and welcome. Today we're going to go over how to create and send your progress reports for the 2016-2017 school year at Twain Middle School. We will be doing this every 2 weeks to provide communication to parents. First thing you need to do is make sure that all your grades are up to date and all the codes that you see, for example, this late one is one you would like to be visible to parents. Once I'm sure all my grades are ready to go, I'm going to come up to Gradebook and then down to Progress Report and select that. Now, I'm not going to assume that this data over here is correct, or if it tells you you have no data, what you need to come down to the bottom of the screen is hit Generate All. And what that will do is pull all the most recent grade activity from your gradebook for this class, and it is going to create the new progress reports for you. All right, next thing what we're going to do is select our options. We're going to make sure overall grade is checked. We do not recommend using show points. Most of the people in our building use a combination of weighted gradebook and total points. Show points confuse parents unless you are a pure total point gradebook. If you're not sure if that applies to you, please feel free to talk to me and I'll let you know. We're going to have show bar on, show assignment detail on, show assignment breakdown on, and that is it. And now we're going to come down to the bottom of the screen and we're going to hit print. This is not actually printing anything. This is just allowing us to get into our spot where we can select some options. Now up here is your delivery options where you can either print all the progress reports, email them, or print non-emailed. We're going to hold off for a moment. The next box down is where you would put your header or your footer. This is if you want to send a message to the entire class. For example, we only have two assignments. Don't stress. My recommendation would be to write something out in Word and paste it in here so that way you can see it because this is a very tiny window. It does have a character limit, so be careful with that. You can have a header and a footer if you would like to send a longer message. The header goes at the top of the email and the footer goes at the bottom. Next, you need to decide who you're going to email. Your options are include parents, include students, and then include copy to. And here's where we get to talk about one of the quirks of the SIS program. You are never going to check include copy to. You are also never going to put anything in the field copy email to. For some reason, it breaks the email system. And the parents of that student will start receiving, every time you do this, 20 to 50 copies of the email, and they will get very angry with you. So do not use the copy to function. Now, when you're first sending this out, if you would like to find out which parents do not have email in the system easily, what you can do is you can uncheck include students, have just include parents, make sure you're ready, and then hit email. This is going to email every parent in the system who has an email. Then, if you would like, you can hit the print non-emailed button. And what that will do is it will find any parent who does not have an email and did not receive a message and give you a PDF of their progress report. So then you'll have a record of which parents do not have emails in the system, and you'll know you'll have to contact them in other ways. If you would like students to then get a copy as well, you could check on students, uncheck parents, and hit email. After you get a record of which parents don't have emails in the system, you can just have both checked every time and hit email. I believe that's it. It's a pretty simple process. You would just go through and do this for each of your classes. Once you are familiar with it, it should be not too hard to go through every 2 weeks. If you'd like assistance, please let me know. And hopefully this takes some of the stress off of progress reports.